Hey everyone! So, you've seen the keynote where Apple released the new iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro, but you're still not sure which one to buy. You've come to the right place, because in this video, I will point out the 23 differences between the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro, which should help you with the decision. This is Tech Alex. First off, we'll start with the design. The new iPhone 15 features an aluminum design, which is the same as last year 14 and 14 Pro, but this time the aluminum is brushed instead of a glossy finish. But the big change happens to this year's iPhone 15 Pro. The side rails are now made from brushed titanium, which Apple says is more durable and lighter in weight. Both the 15 and the 15 Pro now have textured, matte, color-infused back glass, so gone is the glossy back glass finish. The iPhone 15 is about 17 grams lighter than the 15 Pro, while the 15 Plus is 20 grams lighter than the 15 Pro Max, which makes the iPhone 15 about 10% lighter than its Pro counterpart. So, if you're someone who holds their phone a lot, the lighter iPhone 15 might suit you better. Lastly, the iPhone 15 retains the same silent switch that has been present since the very first iPhone. However, the iPhone 15 Pro gets a new action button instead, which can be programmed to do just about anything you want on the iPhone. It can still be used as a silent switch, sure, but it can do a lot more than that. You can program it to open the camera app, light the flashlight, or start recording a voice memo. You can also use the Shortcuts app to make it do anything you want, such as open a certain app or perform a specific task within that app or a series of tasks. So, if you think the new action button is something that you might be using a lot, then go for the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro still has the same ProMotion display with adaptive refresh rate of up to 120 Hz, and it also has the always-on display. Sadly, however, the iPhone 15 has none of those. It might be a deal breaker for some, but others wouldn't even notice the difference. The iPhone 15 has the A16 Bionic chip from last year's iPhone 14 Pro, while the iPhone 15 Pro gets the latest A17 Bionic chip, which Apple says has 10% higher CPU performance, 20% higher graphics performance, and double the neural engine performance over the A16. How does that translate to the real-world usage? We'll have to wait and see the tests and the benchmarks. Something Apple never talks about is the amount of RAM each phone has. The iPhone 15 has 6 gigs of RAM, while the iPhone 15 Pro has 8 gigs of RAM. Now the biggest difference between both phones is the camera, and there's a lot to talk about here. I'll start with the good news. The iPhone 15 gets a new 48 megapixel main camera that was introduced with the iPhone 14 Pro last year. The difference here is that this camera has an aperture of f1.6, while in the iPhone 15 Pro the aperture is f1.78. Regarding the ultra-wide camera, it is the same 12 megapixel sensor in both phones, but with an aperture of f2.4 in the iPhone 15 and f2.2 in the iPhone 15 Pro. The biggest difference in the camera department is the absence of a telephoto lens in the iPhone 15, while the iPhone 15 Pro has a 12 megapixel 3x telephoto zoom lens. On top of that, the iPhone 15 Pro Max differs by having a 12 megapixel 5x telephoto lens with a 3D sensor shift optical image stabilization. What that means is that the sensor can now move in 3 directions to stabilize your photos. The iPhone 15 Pro also has a long list of advantages over the iPhone 15 in the camera department. It has the LiDAR scanner for sharper images and better AR. It can shoot night mode portraits and macro shots. It can shoot and instantly transfer 48 megapixel Pro RAW images to a Mac via USB 3. The iPhone 15 Pro can now record videos directly to an external drive, which is a huge plus for professional video recorders. Also, when recording to an external drive, the iPhone 15 Pro can shoot 4K Pro RAW in 60 FPS instead of 30 FPS. Also good news for people looking to buy the new Apple Vision Pro headset next year. The iPhone 15 Pro can use 2 of the cameras to record spatial videos that can be viewed on the Vision Pro. Please take a moment to subscribe to get the latest news in tech. Now that we're done with the camera, let's talk about one of the most rumored changes coming to the iPhone 15 this year, which is the addition of the USB-C. Finally gone is the Lightning port, and now the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro have USB-C instead. But of course, Apple being Apple, the iPhone 15 is limited to USB 2 transfer speeds, which is up to 480 megabits per second, while the iPhone 15 Pro unlocks USB 3 transfer speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second. While on the topic of ports and charging, let's talk battery life. The iPhone 15 Pro gets 3 more hours of usage than the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 gets 20 hours of battery, while the 15 Pro gets 23 hours. Likewise, the larger iPhone 15 Plus gets 26 hours, while the 15 Pro Max gets 29 hours. The increased battery life of the Pro and Pro Max can be attributed to the newer and more efficient A17 Bionic chip. When it comes to storage, the iPhone 15 offers 128, 256, and 512 GB storage options, so no 1TB option for the iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro has the same storage options, but with the addition of the 1TB option. The iPhone 15 Pro Max, however, differs by eliminating the 128 GB option, so now the base storage for the Pro Max is the 256 GB. Next up, colors. And who doesn't like colors? Both the 15 and the 15 Pro get many color options. The iPhone 15 has yellow, blue, pink, green, and black color options, which look very pale to me, but we'll have to see how they look in real life. The iPhone 15 Pro has blue titanium, white titanium, black titanium, and natural titanium color options. And lastly is the price. The iPhone 15 starts at $799 in the US, while the 15 Pro starts at $999. The iPhone 15 Pro offers many upgrades over the standard iPhone 15. For an extra $200, you get ProMotion and always-on display, the new action button, and longer battery life. Other differences, such as the latest A17 chip and the additional 2 GB of RAM, are notable, but most significant are perhaps the device's different rear camera setups. Due to the scale of the iPhone 15 Pro's improvements and features, most users will be happy to choose the high-end model. The standard iPhone 15 still offers many of the iPhone 15 Pro's most compelling capabilities, such as USB-C, Dynamic Island, and the 48-megapixel main camera at a lower price point. It will be worth getting the iPhone 15 over the 15 Pro if you want a lighter device, do not care for the Pro rear camera setup or features like ProMotion and the always-on display, or simply cannot justify the extra $200 to upgrade to the high-end model. In this instance, you will still benefit from the device's generous list of advanced features. The iPhone 15 is still a very well-designed and balanced device, especially for the average users and those coming from a much older device. Hopefully, I helped you make up your mind regarding which new iPhone to get. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment telling us which iPhone you will get. This is Tech Alex, thanks for watching.